All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down the exact strategy for putting together a really successful MKT midterm synthesis paper. First things first, a big hello to all of you. I know you're right in the thick of midterm week, so I just want to say, hang in there, you're all doing an amazing job. I also get that a big paper can feel like just another weight on your shoulders, but I really want to reframe that for you. This assignment isn't meant to be a burden. It's actually a huge opportunity. It's designed to help you connect all the dots and see the big picture we've been building all semester. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about this paper as a moment of reflection. Then, we'll get super clear on what a synthesis paper actually is. After that, we'll walk through a step-by-step strategy, break down exactly how it's graded, and wrap up with the ultimate keys to your success. Okay, let's kick off with section 1. I want you to think about this paper less like just another assignment and more like your chance to really act like a scholar, to reflect on big ideas and start building your own unique understanding. Now, this slide right here, this is probably the most common mistake people make, so let's clear it up. This paper is not a summary. You're not just going to tell me what happened in week 1, then week 2, then week 3. That's a summary. It looks at one source at a time. A synthesis, which is what we're doing, is all about weaving multiple sources together to create a brand new insight. And here's the more formal way to put it. Synthesis is really a skill. It's the ability to pull together different threads of knowledge from our readings and lectures and then weave them into a new coherent whole. You're not just reporting, you're making new connections and building a bigger argument. Honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. Imagine every topic we've covered is one piece of a giant puzzle. Your job isn't to describe each piece one by one. No, your job is to figure out how they snap together. How does thinking logically and ethically connect to being a citizen grounded in Panchasila? And how does that shape your role on the world stage? You're the one building the final picture. All right, let's move into section 2 and really dig into what a synthesis paper is. Remember, we are building something new here, not just recapping old information. So how do you find those connections? Well, you have to ask the right questions. As you look at the materials, ask yourself, where do these ideas agree? Where do they clash? Does one topic build on another? Are there any big themes that keep popping up week after week? These questions will lead you to your main argument. Okay, section 3, time to get practical. Let's talk about the actual actionable steps you can take to write a really great paper. You know, writing isn't magic. It's a process, and this is a process that works. You start by reading everything again, but this time with a critical eye. As you do that, you're actively hunting for those connections. Once you find them, you can build your main point, your thesis. From there, you write the first draft, and then you revise to make sure it all flows perfectly. And I've got a killer tool to help you with that connection-finding step. It's called a synthesis matrix. Don't just take notes in a list. Organize them in a grid. Put your sources or topics in the columns and the big themes you find in the rows. When you fill this out, you will literally see the patterns emerge. It makes writing so much easier, trust me. All right, let's talk about the part that probably makes everyone a little nervous, grading. In section 4, we're going to pull back the curtain on the rubric so you know exactly what we're looking for. So here it is, the official rubric. Now look closely. The single biggest chunk is content and depth. That's all about showing you've really grappled with the material. And right behind that, structure and organization. That's how well you build a clear, logical argument. This chart really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? Content and structure, together, make up a massive 70% of your grade. This tells you exactly where to pour your time and energy. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you organize and present your ideas. That's the heart of this assignment. And that brings us to our final section, putting it all together. This is your summary, your final pep talk, so you can walk away feeling totally ready to tackle this. All right, here's your final checklist. The objective, but be critical. Make it your mission to find those links between ideas. Use that matrix. It's your secret weapon for organizing your thoughts. And above all, build your paper on a rock-solid, logical structure. If you focus on great content and smart organization, you are going to do great. So I'll leave you with this last thing to think about. This is so much bigger than just one assignment for one class. The ability to synthesize, to take different, messy pieces of information and build a clear, insightful argument, that is one of the most valuable skills you will ever learn. So ask yourself, how is this skill going to help you in the future? Good luck, everyone. You've got this.